50 days have passed since Javier Milei assumed the presidency of Argentina, championing the slogan "There's no money." This mantra underlines his commitment to strict austerity measures to repair the country's ailing economy. And the effects of his policies are already being felt. Fuel costs have jumped around 60%, triggering a domino effect that has inflated the prices of food and other commodities. Public transportation costs are also on the rise. One of Milei's initial first acts was to reduce the number of government ministries by half. He also froze public budgets and decreed that any individual employed by government in 2023 would not have their contract renewed. This anthropologist says there's now a sense of uncertainty between her colleagues in Argentina's National Council for Scientific and Technical Research.
50 administrative workers were laid off. A group of 1,300 interns who were supposed to start working this year never were called. And 96 scholarships that started working in January will not receive their salaries in February. This is the current situation.
With a 25 monthly inflation despite the government's efforts to double social programs to the poor, social organizations say that's not enough. They report a shortage of state-provided supplies for meals preparation, even as the number of people in need escalates daily.
Last month, Milei signed a decree and submitted a bill with hundreds of articles to Congress aiming to deregulate the economy and reduce public expenses. But he encountered several setbacks. Some proposals faced legal obstacles as judiciary stopped changes to labor laws, and others had to be scrapped.
The government had to give up the fiscal chapter that included tax and pension reforms and privatizing the state oil company YPF.
That is to say, we are not going to miss the zero deficit goal. And by doing this, we are going to approve the most important part of the law by making it easier for governors and legislators.
Uncertainties persist not only concerning the approval of the bill, but also whether the Argentinians have enough patience to cope.
In the bill, there are articles related to the criminalization of social protests, and the expectation is that if the economic situation does not improve in March, when the school year begins and there's a strong impact from the price increases in the private healthcare and education systems, there may be frequent protests.
Those protests recently led to a nationwide strike that brought much of Argentina to a standstill. But if the bill is approved, that may just be the beginning. Luciana Taddeo, TRT World, Buenos Aires.